What's going on, boys? It's Flaws, and in this video we're going to be talking about why you're losing those post-plant positions on the T side and some quick fixes that you can make in your games to adjust those so that you're not losing as many and you're actually winning those majority of the time. Biggest thing is crossfires that you need to set up immediately once you take the site. A lot of the times people don't really set these up and they're just sitting back either too far or they're pushed up too far. They're not really playing with their team and not setting up on the site itself. So train's an interesting map because there can be a lot of flanks, so I think it's a good one just to cover. But most of the times, if the CTs are rotating in, it's going to be through Z. So let's say you smoke that out. Okay, get that bomb planted. A really good crossfire is holding that choke point that's the most likely for people to run through. The one person set up here. When I say crossfire, a lot of people think it's like, okay, yeah, you got one person there. Crossfire, let's cross our crosshair with that person. Doesn't really mean that exactly. It's kind of like a crossfire is something that like, I mean, that's technically what it means, but it should mean in Counter-Strike that like it's a position where someone can quickly turn and start trading like with your teammate. So if someone's playing here, they're taking first contact and I'm holding Ivy, right? Then once they start shooting, I can swing out, get this kill, maybe get a second kill. The person's holding from this spot. Ivy can't be seen, but if they do start swinging out Ivy, this person can swing out and get those kills if they're not really worried about Z, or they can swing out here, okay, Z is cleared, then help their teammate Ivy. But you're playing like almost tight angles where you're not going to get peeked from a different angle. So like if I'm playing here, I can see this even though it is like a tighter angle on Z. Once I start shooting a couple shots off, I can swap to like a flash, and swap to a nade, something like that, just to help my team kind of chunk them down. And that's all I really need. I can play from that angle. I'm not exposed to Ivy. This person right here can be like this. Okay. A couple of shots went through towards Z. The person Ivy can back off a little bit, hide, play a new angle. And this person right here can just wait, right? Once he hears some steps, he knows that like the CTs are probably going to be worried about this angle when they're retaking back into the site. So it's hard to hold E-box and this person that's playing backside. They can kind of be set up in that position to get more of the kills from their teammates that are playing for the information and like a little bit of chip damage. So I think that's like a really big thing is just set up those crossfires, set up those different angles where you can play off your teammates. You go towards B here. You can do the same thing on any map. This is more of like a general tips and philosophy video. It's not really like specific to train by any means. You have someone playing right here on site. They're not the ones that are like taking contact on like these people that are running up, right? Like they're playing for like the info that their team's getting, and then they can start trading out onto these people that are closer on site. Throat kind of gave up on me for a second there. But anyway, if anyone's playing like an oil, they're going to hear these footsteps. This guy on site knows that he can just watch sidewalk. Oil guys like here, just holding like the back of site. When any CTs come through, really easy way to get a pick, fall back off. Get that advantage a little bit further if you are like at a disadvantage. Like let's say it's like a 2v4. I'm damaged. It's not looking good for the round. I might be like, hey, like let's push up and try to surprise them here. Let's get in like a good position to have a really solid post plant. So we push up here. Let's say I even get one kill, right? We see like 2Z, I get one. I could do something like this where I'm just smoking it off. Then we're looking for like that other kill, right? We're looking for someone else to kind of peek from the opposite position to help out their team that's being pressured. Maybe I'd throw a maul or something like that. But as we talk about that, like finding different picks, finding different positions, work with your teammate. Never work alone. It doesn't really help you in a disadvantage to be working for 1v1s. It will if you're like completely solo, but if you're playing with someone, it doesn't hurt to have like, be like, hey, like I'm gonna peek Z, can you throw a flash for it? Have someone throw something like that, right? Very simple. That's all they need. You could be the one that like swings right through with that flash. I didn't turn on cheats for this one for no clip, but that flash pops, this person peeks, gets one kill, then you're back to a 2v3, which is way better. Then you know Z's cleared, right? Then you can move back towards site. Okay, yeah, watch our flank here because that was clear. Yeah, and CT's clear as well. Like maybe you know that there's still one or two here. You get a kill. Okay, I still hear footsteps. We throw a molly. There's 7 seconds that it's just gonna burn and waste time, right? It's all about like getting the timing down. You don't even have to like get the kills most of the time. Like when it comes to the end of the round, it's really just about making it awkward for the CTs to retake. making it impossible for them to clear out every single angle and just delaying as much as possible. Obviously, that's not always the case when it's like, okay, we don't really have any nades. We got messed up coming into the site. A lot of nades were used. It's later in the round and you don't really have much. In that case, like I said, push forward, try to find those quick headshots, try to find those quick kills to make it even more awkward and take map control away from the CTs when they're trying to retake. When we go back towards like the T side though, if it's something where you can't push through and you're playing a little bit more passive, try to aim for those headshots when you're coming back out onto the site. Don't be aiming for like body shots. We go towards like here. Let's say you like don't have any nades or anything, right? It doesn't help me to like peek into a 1v2, 1v3 and try to like spray the guy that's diffusing down. It helps. It's like, it's better if I hear the tap right here, right? Let's say I hear him tap the bomb. If I just start like working these angles and try to hit this headshot on one guy, then we don't know if the guy on the bomb is going to come off, right? I get the one kill. Hey, I'm still working. A couple pop shots. Maybe get the second kill. The guy on the bomb is like going through an absolute panic as I'm doing that. He doesn't know if he should get off. He doesn't know if his teammates are both going to die. It just kind of causes arguments and conflict for the other team. Same thing here at A, right? Like, doesn't matter what site you're on. Every single map in Counter-Strike has a spot where you can like play back. You can play for a nade. You can play for a molly lineup. Like, I don't even, something like that, right? I've just made that up on the fly. You throw a molly like that on the bomb, that's 7 seconds, right? You throw like a smoke after you take the site, smoke lasts like 18 seconds. So already that's 25 seconds if you use those two nades correctly, that they can't be on the bomb. They can't defuse. Like, that's cutting basically their time to retake in half, right? Just from two nades. If your teammates are just like, all right, yeah, like, all right, we got it. Let's, okay, yeah, through everything. All right, smoke that. Yeah, flash here. Okay, let's do another flash. I've been saying it like forever, but util is pretty much the most important thing in Counter-Strike that you need to like think about while you're using it. If you're just running around with a gun, like whatever, like you don't really have to think much, just aim on the head, click. Your positioning, you do have to think about exactly like if I want to take this fight, if I want to just get information, if I want to put a couple of pop shots off, if it's worth it to sit and spray, if it's worth it to just tap a couple times and try to get a quick headshot. Like, think about these things. But util is the main one on retakes. Like, if you have no util, always just try to like put pressure on the other team. Try to put them in like quick 1v1s. Don't let them like swarm you from different angles without you being aware of them. So like if I'm playing in backside, right, or I'm playing on site and it's like a 1v2 and I have no information and I just keep playing here, right? I would keep playing like this, not really moving around. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't heard anything. And then someone just like swings pop dog and I get the kill and then the guy swings out Z and kills me. Like, I didn't put myself in a good position at all to even be able to win that round. Instead, I get the bomb planted. I push in a Z here. Maybe I get a kill, you know? Maybe I don't see anyone. But either way, I know that like, okay, no one's pushed through here. There's a really good chance that no one's going to. Let me swap my like focus towards pop dog, right? Now I'm playing a weird off angle for this person, pop dog. He swings out. I get the kill. Now it's a 1v1. Now timing becomes like such a key component and component, that's what I was thinking, in the round. And it's like a really big thing that even higher level players don't really like realize how important it is. People don't put themselves in positions to actually win the round, even give them the chance. Like on CT, even if it's like there's like 6 seconds left until you have to get on the bomb, if someone just runs up to it and like sees you, there's a good chance they're not even gonna like actually get on it and try to like defuse it. If you're like doing quick smart peeks, you're doing jiggle peeks, you're doing info peeks, you're not doing like far commitments to every single fight, and you're just doing quick things, doing nades to whittle them down. Better nade than that, something like this. But you're doing like everything perfectly to just kind of like delay time. It's not actually that hard to win the round. Like, think about this when you're going into your rounds. If you're not the entry, you're someone that like sits back a little bit more. Really think about how you're using your util and how you can just clutch up the round for your team. And not only that, but set up crossfires, communicate, use nades effectively. Don't double smoke something. Like, it's pretty simple once you get the retake. That is the most and like the highest advantage you're gonna have on the T side. Like, besides getting like 2 picks and rushing into a site, once you get that bomb planted, like you have the most advantage out of everyone that's playing the game right there, right? That's like the biggest advantage you're ever going to have on the T side, is having that bomb, putting the pressure back on the CTs to go in and defuse it, instead of putting the pressure on the Ts to go in and plant it. So I hope this video helped. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments down below. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.